Hey, I'm back. Stream number 236. And hope I started everything correctly. What do these buttons do again? That's what we always say in World of Warcraft if someone hasn't played in a while. Um, yeah, I've been out for over a week. Family issues, sort of like a family emergency thing. And under control now, but schedule sort of up in the air. I hope to get back to a normal schedule, but it's gonna be kind of touch and go. Hey there. How do you say your name? Is it gutted or guted or... Let me think. That could go many different pronunciations, couldn't it? However I want. Okay. How about, well, gutted sounds weird to me. But if I just say gut. Hey there, Cthulhu. How are you doing? Yeah, so I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things, but it's going to be kind of touch and go. We'll see how it goes today. So in the stream panels below, that was the strategy I had been moving towards, where I have like a different focus for each day. But two things happened on my last stream. One was that we had some security problems, and then the family emergency stuff happened later that day. So everything is kind of thrown out of whack, and I've been doing some research and some coding, but not a whole lot, because focusing on the family most. Here and there, I've been doing some research. Most of it's regarding security. So this was a long-standing request that kind of came to the forefront from the fallout of what happened in the last stream. So two-factor authentication, if you don't know what it is, basically it is that instead of having just a username and a password, something you know, you would have some additional thing. Usually it is either something you are, like your fingerprint or your retinal scan, or something you have, like an authenticator, either a hardware token or maybe just a software token, something else like that. So the easiest solution I found so far that I think is probably good to start out with is a software token based approach. And that's a time-based, a one-time password algorithm. Fancy way of saying just like an authenticator app. So there are two popular ones that I had heard before, Google Authenticator and Authy, and there are others as well, as like closed and open source implementations, all sorts of varieties out there, but they all basically implement the same standard. And it's not an internet standard, it's an internet recommendation, but it's in this RFC 6238. Turns out it's just a variant of HOTP, which is a counter-based one-time password algorithm based on HMAC, which I had already implemented before. So it turns out doing these two was really simple, and I ended up doing it in like an hour and a half or something. Yeah, one-time PIN. So whenever you get an SMS message or you're at an authenticator and it gives you like a 6-digit or an 8-digit code, basically doing one of these algorithms, either a counter-based or a time-of-day based thing. So wanted to review the stuff I did off stream to show you how I implemented that, and then to try it out sort of as a step to putting it into my game. I wanted to make a prototype little app, kind of like an authenticator app, only it's also going to generate the secret and show you a QR code so you can put it in an authenticator. But then I kind of want to have an authenticator app running on my phone showing me the same codes that the server end has, so that I can verify that I understand everything and it's working the way I have come to understand it should work. And then the work I put into this prototype app, then if it's good, I'll put it into my server so that in my game, if you enable it, you can be shown a QR code, which is going to have the soft token. Oh, hey, how are you doing, Rally Monkey? And how are you doing, A Squared? But yeah, thank you for the sub, Rally Monkey. Almost an entire year. An entire year. Hello. Oh, and you see okay, I kind of probably should, do something that doesn't obscure the overlay up there. That there's been some overlay improvements in the last week that CM Griffing, Mr. Sir, has been working on. And so it looks a little bit different to me, but in a good way. Anyway, yeah, the idea is to get a prototype app to generate a secret and show a QR code and then load it into my phone. And you can follow along at home and do the same thing. And then once it's in my phone, I should be able to get the same codes coming out of my authenticator as they're showing up in my prototype app. And then that will verify that it should work in the game. So that in the game, you can turn it on, have it show you a QR code. Then whenever you log in addition to your password, you'll also need to enter the current code on your authenticator app. Okay, but before we get into that, there were some other bugs that I worked on in the meantime that I kind of wanted to deploy into production. So I just want to do a quick little build here. So let's get right into that. So I wanted to look and see what were the changes I made, if they were front end or back end or both. So last release was on the 5th, and it was 121 on the back end, 126 on the front end. And then what did I change? Lua. So this wouldn't require any front end changes. Okay, this is a back end change. Back end. Maybe there's no front end change that I need. Maybe it's just a back end thing. Oh no, there's a front end fix. Okay, so I need a both front end and back end release. So let's do let's start the front end one first. That would be 126.1 because it's just a bug fix. So I'm going to go to where I have the front end project here. I'm going to go and change the version number. Oh, by the way, while I'm working on this, I haven't seen you guys in like over a week. So if you guys have been working on anything fun in the last week, I'd like to hear about it. I'd like to know if you guys are doing all right. I miss streaming and hopefully getting back into it. But yeah, disconnected from the world, so to speak. So I'm updating the version number there, and I'm going to run npm run build here. And well, that takes a little bit of time. I had started up my Linux box, and I have an X Windows session, so let me get that going. SSH into it, and then start up the X Windows session. Before you just resub, you sat through a commercial on here for a Fortnite edition Nerf gun blaster. Sounds awful. Sorry about that, Rally Monkey. Okay, which will happen first? Will this build, or will I get my X Windows session, which I'll use to log into my Linux box, build the backend? I guess I can go ahead and check this in, right? It's gonna be, it's just a fix, right? So oh, wait a minute. I disabled the lighting, but then I think I re-enabled it. I think I want to disable it again, don't I? Because I'm not done with that. Yeah, I think I want to undo this commit for now. So let me do a revert this commit. And then, yeah, because I'm not done with this camera vision code yet. So I sort of want to hack it so that it's not used yet. Then the new release for the backend will just be a bug fix. So it would be 121.1, right? Oh, wait a minute. I already have a 121.1, don't I? Did I forget to tag it? It would be whatever is on my Linux box. So let me look and see what I have there. Maybe I forgot to push that tag. SSH add. Get to my keys. Projects. Okay. Status. Actually, if I do log -1. Issue 188. Oh, yeah. So that's what I built. I just forgot. Did I tag it? I did not tag it. All right, let's just tag it then. Tag back 121.1. And then if I go back to Windows and I close that, pull, and then it should should grab me the tag and I can see where I was there. All right, so there. So it's 121.2 then. Okay. Push tag. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't make the tag, did I? 126.1. Front. Okay. And then this will get it. Okay, actually, I'm gonna need to pull. I made other changes, like to the hash library, that I should just pull in. Yeah, there's my hash library change. So I'll go over that change. That's for the authenticator stuff. Surprisingly little code to do one-time password. The gut says, do you somewhat remember when you started programming Lua so you can find it on YouTube? Yeah. Let's go look. I think it was here. Well, I did some prototype work, so we'll have to go even further back. But yeah, July 1st, stream 214, I started integrating the Lua interpreter. And then did some scripting the stream after that. And it's sort of sprinkled about all the streams since then where I added Lua stuff to the game. So to go even further, back when I prototyped it was back in February, I'd say. Here we go. Yeah, porting systems and ECS to Lua. Yeah, so stream 122 might be a good thing to look at. And then 123. There you go. So 122, 123, and 214. Probably be good ones to look at. Okay. So I need to do a bug release. Let's make sure this builds. CMake build release. Hey, you're welcome. Hope it helps. Ooh, look at that. I got an error that the POW function wasn't declared. Interesting. What's the easiest way to fix that? Run code from here. Fix it here. So where is that? Line 65 of HOTP in hash. Oh, that's in math.h, right? So let's try that again. Yeah, okay, that was it. So I'll check that in. Then run the release thing again, and then tag it, and then deploy it. Hey there, playing with Skizzers. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to be back. Okay, so it's in hash. And we're just saying fix compile problem for Linux, and that's need to include math.h for POW. Push that, and then, as always, I make lots of typing mistakes. Look at release. And then, so just go ahead and tag it. Make the commit first, I guess. So the hash, oh, this one I don't need. Let's stage that, but then not stage the iron glove hunk. Okay, and then I don't need to check in anything else. So this is release. Let's just call it update release manifest. And then tag backend 121.2. Come on. Okay, so over to secrets we go, and we do lpack prod to make the zip file, and then Python 3 deploy Primus 121.2. All right, so that means I can stop the game and start it with a new version. So let me go and do that right now. Take it immediately offline, and I'm just doing the shortcut where I take the whole game offline and then I just go bump the version numbers up myself manually and restart the game. After about 10 seconds. All right, and the front end should be ready, right? So, what is this? Interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. It built it, but then I guess it's saying that it couldn't check to see if NPM needed to be updated. The wdeploy. So yeah, there was one front-end fix, and that was so I could right-click as a GM and it should work. Oh, and I'm dropping frames. What if that's because I'm uploading? Probably. Yep, so I might have stuttered, or you might have seen some lag with the stream there. I apologize. That was me uploading the front-end client. All right, so let's start the game back up. And starting the new version. Connected, server up and running, and then after it hits the timeout threshold, there it goes, and we're logging in. And let me refresh the front-end client. Cool, so let me test this bug fix. So the bug was that if I chatted and said hello, I couldn't right-click on that, so now it is working. And let me make sure this stuff is working, because that was an important feature that was broken. It's purging messages. All right, working. Hey, Irish John Gaming. It's been a while, my friend. How are you doing? How was your stream? Welcome everybody from Irish John Gaming. Is it raiding time? Arg. Hope your game's going well. I haven't been on Twitch for like a week and a half. Yar. Yeah, so I'm just updating my game. There were some bug fixes I was working on while I was off. I took a break for a week and a half to deal with some family problems, some family issues. But we're back on a good track now, so trying to get back to streaming again. There's Saran and Abotix. Ooh, the Epic Unknown. 3 months. Thank you for your support. The Epic Unknown. Yeah, all's getting well with the fam. Still have a ways to go, though. Thank you, Fresh Meat and Irish John. Yeah, it's been rough the last week and a half. I haven't really done even much work, just trying to keep things stable and on the right track. Can't go into details because, you know, privacy and all that, but, you know, don't worry about me. Doing good. Getting on the right track now. So, I just wanted to quickly get my my game's server code up to date. Right now, I have new accounts suspended, so you can't create a new account because we had a couple incidents on my last stream. So if you have an account in my game, you can log in and check it out. And if you haven't been here in a while, there is a new starter town area with a couple NPCs that you can talk to, and there's an underground area. The last thing I worked on here was I have these NPCs, so they kind of stay in their areas, their own areas right now. So these slimes stick around. They also have their own spawn caps. So there's always going to be some slimes. That's interesting. They've all gathered up here. And there's my player account here. This is sort of a nice safe area because it's between the slime area and the second area. So no NPCs really wander into here anymore. The second area has some orcs, and then there's an even deeper area here where you'll find some even beefier ogre type guys. And yeah, they can pursue you up to a certain point at which they run back when you kite them too far. Lighting is not yet done, so it's pushed in there, but it's disabled. Yeah, the fog of war is still a work in progress. I have it disabled right now, so I can't really show it off. It's supposed to have limited lighting. So yeah, so the idea is that these torches would be able to see around here, but then over here it'd be dark. So you'd have to bring your own light source or something. So I'll get to that at some point. Today I mostly wanted to focus on improving security in the game. So back to the plan to show you what I was working on. This is the future stream. This is the current stream. Deployed the latest game code. I wanted to show you guys what I worked on, the little work that I did between streams, and then I want to make a prototype app. So this HOTP, TOTP thing is essentially how Google Authenticator works. So whenever you have to enter a 6-digit code that changes every 30 seconds, or if it's sent to you in a text message, it's essentially this algorithm, and it's a standard. So I'll show you how it kind of works with the other standards I've implemented in the past. It's not disabled. Oh, is it accidentally enabled? Oh, oops. Oh, did I not pull? No, I did. I thought I did pull the latest code. Did I mess up? Well, I guess we have permanent fog of war. No. Wait a minute. I did the... Oh, I didn't push it. I reverted it. I didn't push it. Okay, well, we have fog of war accidentally enabled. So enjoy it while it lasts. Let me fix it. I don't really want it to be enabled right now. Yeah, I forgot to push this. And I need to pull first. And there's a merge. Why is there a merge? What did I do? Oh, right. Well, that's interesting. That's fine. What is this merge doesn't actually have? Okay, yeah, I forgot to push that before I did that on the other. Okay, that makes sense now. I will clean it up. So I'll... Interesting pickle I got myself into. I'll just make another build really quick. So pull that now. No, I didn't push it yet. Oh, you want to see something? Yeah, there's some. The reason why I wanted to disable it for now is there's some bugs. When the monsters move around, they suddenly show up in where you shouldn't be able to see them. Yeah, there are other issues. Yeah, see those orcs were popping into existence because whenever they move, they are shown to the camera even if they're out of range. So yeah, we should turn it off for now. Okay, so cmake build release. It's a Raimu mistake. Accidentally enabling a feature that's not done yet. Tag back 121.3. Okay, so over to secrets. lpack prod. Python 3. Deploy Primus 121.3. Okay. So hope you enjoyed that half working feature because I'm going to be disabling it right now. We'll bring it back soon. Don't worry. So config JSON. Updating the version to 0.3. Wait a little bit. Yeah, it draws them out of range if they spawn or if they move. Yeah. Planning on doing CI/CD? Probably, eventually. When I get to, let's say when I get a better grip on organizing this project. Yeah. I've sort of been running on like a day-to-day, just trying to throw stuff in, and haven't really thought of the long-term stuff. And I think it's evident when you look at the overview roadmap. It says this. It's like, well, I already did that, so I haven't updated my roadmap in a while. And I've done some of this already. So I really haven't been doing a good job in long-term planning and organization. Because that's one of those steps, right? To set up, like, how am I going to better automate the build and test and deployment stuff, right? Yeah. I'll get to it sometime soon, hopefully. Wasn't there a day dedicated for that tooling? Not that it was for the tooling, but there's a day dedicated to improving and well, one day for refactoring, another one for improving the overall mechanics of the game. Oh, you mean like a day, a one-time day? I don't remember. Like to help me with that? Okay. When the time comes. I need to get a better plan and organizational. What's the right word? I need to sit down and think about what is the long-term strategy and when am I going to do something like CI and how am I going to work that into my schedule. All right, time to start the game back up. And Fog of War should be lifted for now. Connecting. I'm looking at the off-screen backend log right now. I can't show that on screen. Connection established, server's up and running, and then there's a cluster timeout, which then starts an election, and then everyone can log in. Good. And if I refresh this, this should be bumped to .3, right? Oh, wonder why that took so long. Yeah, Fog of War lifted. Okay, good. Aha, I see another thing I did. I'm also logging a little bit more in case I need to figure out security stuff. So we'll just let that log in the background. So can't show back in log that has important info. Why not? I think you know why not. Yeah, logging more stuff for security. So I really should never show it on stream now. Well, the stuff I'm going to do on stream today is standard security stuff. So it's like something anyone would be able to guess that I'm doing anyway, so I don't mind. It is just enabling two-factor authentication. I don't need this window anymore. Where is my notes? Here it is. So let me show you what I did to my hash library. And so this is open source, MIT license, so anybody can have this. I added HOTP, which is the HMAC-based one-time password, and then TOTP, it's time-based. So the time-based, you are given a hash function and its block size, and then the secret, and then the current time, and then the reference base time, and then the step, which is how many seconds between when the code should rotate, and the number of digits in the code that you want out. And essentially, it's just TOTP calls HOTP, where the counter is the time minus the base divided by the step. All right? Now, HOTP is itself really just calling the HMAC, which is the hash-based message authentication code. It's taking the secret and appending the counter as an 8-byte value, and then running it through HMAC, and then it goes through this truncation function to reduce it down to a 32, I think it's a 32-bit quantity. Yeah, 32-bit quantity. And then you use a modulo to get it to fit into the number of digits you want. So if it's 6 digits, it would be 10 to the power of 6 mod by that. And that's the value you get back out. So the tests for that look basically like this, that given this secret and these counter values, you get these 6-digit codes out if you ask for 6 digits, right? And so this is pulled directly from the RFC. If you want to look at the RFC, I have a link right to it here. It basically is pretty simple. The heavy lifting, so to speak, is done by the HMAC function. That I did in a previous stream. If you really wanted to see that stuff, yeah, it was way back here. I did it way back here. HMAC. I did HMAC around the same time I did SHA 256 and 512. So stream 67. Long time ago. You missed some of the implementation thing, but would the modulus operation not create the possibility of... Oh yeah, there's lots of duplication. So the HMAC itself is using a hash function, so there's already collisions with the hash, right? Then the truncation, which makes even more collisions. So the idea is not to get a unique code, but basically a random code. You want a random 6 or 8 digit code so that the only real attack would be a brute force attack. And there's been studies on how this can be attacked. And basically, you never want to show anyone any codes that show up on your authenticator, because if they see a code and either could guess this counter value, or if it's based on time, if they knew the time, where was it? If they knew the time at which the code was generated, they could much easier figure out the secret, the shared secret. The key to this whole thing is that this shared secret is only known by your authenticator, soft token, and the server. And it's weakened if anyone sees the output of this function and they knew the time it was generated, because that reduces the key space dramatically. So as long as you never show anyone your soft token or the digits you're entering, then it's as strong as the HMAC function and the underlying hash function, I suppose. But I'm not the security expert, so I kind of leave it up as an exercise to the reader to read about the... I could show you really quick. I had that open in a window over here. Yep. So all these RFCs have a section for security considerations, right? So they say the strength is based on the underlying, the block, which is, you know, the hash function, and the fact that it's HMAC. And for all practical purposes, the outputs of distinct inputs are uniformly and independently distributed strings. The best possible attack is a brute force attack. The keys should be chosen at random from cryptographically strong pseudo-random number generator, which I plan to do. And they recommend certain things on the random number generator, and never send stuff over an unsecured channel. You know, basic, I would say, common sense in security, like common sense security stuff, right? Yeah, like don't keep the password, the decoded password in RAM for very long. Keep the key stored in a secure area, that kind of thing. So I rely heavily on recommendations like this when they give them, to know like how best to use it and not punch holes in the security just by ignorance. Yeah, but if you want to, there was like a good read on this, on how like it could be attacked. Do I have that? I think I had it in my research tab. Yes, they have beware the security pitfalls. The shared secret can be discovered by an determined attacker if they manage to get one or more codes, like taking a picture of a user's phone at the moment they generate a code. So there's a link here if you want to read more about it in my notebook under the research under 2FA. If you wanted to read more, so that you'd find here in my notes. Hey there, Mr. Sir, how are you doing? CM Griffing made this overlay, by the way. You should definitely check out his stream. There's been a lot of progress made while I've been gone. And it gets better and better as time passes. Really happy about that. Yeah, security through obscurity is something you should just never accept, right? And hey there, multiple pixels. I'm looking back through chat to see what I missed. Let me know if I missed anything. But yeah, I'm back. I'm working on two-factor authentication today. So the work that I did wasn't that much. It was basically bring in all the test vectors from those two RFCs, and the implementation for TOTP, it's just HOTP with one line of extra code. So an HOTP is really just arrange this HMAC, truncate the result, and do a modulo, and you get the codes out. So this works. So the next step would be I want to make a prototype app that would generate the secret, construct the URL that you'd use to share it with an authenticator app. So basically, there's a URI format that's sort of like not a standard, but like a de facto standard. And then that is rendered as a QR code, and you go in your Authy or whatever and scan it, and then it pulls it in and basically installs the shared secret and the other parameters in your authenticator app. And then I should be able to get the same codes out on my authenticator as I do on the test app itself. Just some fancy math, that's right. Bugs getting fixed left and right on StreamPair, that's awesome. Secret chat removed. What secret chat? Are you guys seeing anything with the overlay? I'm not really looking at that too closely. I just noticed that it scrolls now, which is really cool. All right, so this prototype app, I'm going to go ahead and do it in what? Can I do it in React? Well, if I wanted to use my own code, I shouldn't use React, right? Well, we have HMAC in JavaScript, right? Have I used that yet? Or have I only done that in C++? Oh, thank you for the follow. I'm trying to remember, did I use HMAC in any of the JavaScript stuff I did? It doesn't look like it. Although there is create HMAC used somewhere. Use my browser if I sign. Oh, so if we already have that, I don't need to pull anything in, do I? Hey there, Skidog. Thank you for your support. How are you doing, Skidog? How are things in the Skidog world today? Yo, 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 yo. I'm back, sort of. I'm just kind of fumbling around trying to figure out what I'm doing today. This happens when you don't stream in like a week. Like we like to say in WoW, it's like, what do these buttons do again? What am I doing? Okay, if I wanted to do this in a React app, I need to get a pseudo random number generator. I think I actually already have that. And then I would need HMAC, and then just repeat what I did. Well, what if I do these in the backend app, and I do these in a front end app? So how would I do that then? Just build it into my game somehow? Just hack it in somewhere? Like a button I could do? Trying to think how I would want to do this. I think the front end will just do the QR code display, and then we'll have everything else in the back end. So yeah, this is all prototype. I can hack it in anywhere, right? Yeah, okay. So where do I want to do it? Let's start up the back end here. Reserve, and then npm start. I'll just add a button somewhere. Where would I add such a button? Don't know. I can put it anywhere. What if I just put it here under settings or something for now? Yes. Okay. Pardon me while I take my time to get my bearings. I haven't looked at this code in a while. I've had much more pressing matters to deal with. I'm glad you're here to see me come back, Ski Dog. Are we playing No Man's Sky later? I think my download's done. I've been itching to play that, and I'm like, if I start playing it before the patch comes out, I'll just have to start over anyway, so I might as well wait. Okay, okay, source, that's right. Views, activities, panels, settings, right? Settings. Yeah. So let's do two things. We'll have a button to initiate creating a secret. And then what the backend will do when it gets that is it'll say, oh, you want a secret? I'll make one. Here it is. And then from then on, let's have two commands. You could have a secret associated with your, just in memory somewhere in the backend, and then you can ask for a code. And we'll just have the front end constantly ask for a code. VR is cool and kind of jarring. Yeah, I won't be doing the VR because there's no way I could do it here. So I'll be in the non-VR setting myself. Okay. Why did I have that as a button bar? Oh, there was extra stuff for admin settings. Is that right? Oh, this stuff. Yeah, okay. So I would put it here then. Button on click equals on get auth secret. Make secret. Button on click. Well, actually, no, we don't need it to be a button, right? We'll just have it constantly make a new code. So we'll have a code here. Just a div. Code. And then, how does this work? OTP. So I need an OTP, a one-time password, and then need the on get auth secret. I'll be able to switching to non-VR like after an hour. You want to play with it a bit? Oh, it'd be cool to see how it looks like. Yes. Okay, get auth secret. I should make that go to my middleware, right? So dispatch an action get auth secret. And then we will get the OTP from somewhere. Where to get it from? Where are my reducers? Which reducer can I stuff it in? How about session reducer? Yeah, why not? Session OTP. Okay, so let's put it in that reducer. Empty string. And I envision that I'm going to have some kind of action to reflect OTP, right? Oh, kitty wants something. See, my cat is very vocal when he wants something. He'll wander around the house just meowing. And what you have to do, you kind of have to walk up to him, and then he realizes that he has your attention, and then he'll like scatter to like one area of the house. Like he'll go to the kitchen. If he wants to be fed, he'll go to the back door if he wants to be let out. And if he wants to be like groomed, he'll just kind of wander around aimlessly. So I've come to understand. Can we get a kitty cam? The problem is he wanders around the house a lot, so I'd have to have some kind of. It would be kind of funny as if I had a cat, some kind of kitty GoPro. You can see him wandering around. My wife would never let me do it though, because then you'd see all around my house, and she would hate that. Do we prefer Angular or React for learning easily? I would actually recommend like Vue or just plain old JavaScript at the start. And then if you like having a fully self-contained framework, go Angular. If you like to have like pick and choose libraries, go with React. But you know, someone is here who knows a lot more about that than I do, and that's Mr. Seeing Griffing. You should check out his channel. He's like a master at JavaScript frameworks, and he would know a lot more than I would about which framework would work for which situation. See, I only summed it up nicely because I learned from you and others what to say. But that's, if you ask me a deep question, that's where I'm going to be like, I don't know. Ask Mr. Sir, maybe. Apparently necessary to go get food. Yeah, I think it's necessary unless you're a robot. But I hope you have a good meal, A Squared. GoPro for kitty. I would like to do that at some point, is to either have a robot that follows the cat around or some kind of kitty GoPro. Just for fun. I used to be into robotics and a little bit, and I kind of let that go after a while. All right, OTP. State, I need 3 dots, right? I wonder if this ever gets on Adam's nerves when he sees a lot of these ellipses. That seems to be a trigger, right? A lot of ellipses in Redux reducers, right? OTP. This will come from the action, right? Action.otp, I guess. And so we need at least that action. Try to do all these actions at the same time. Reflect OTP. And then there's going to be the action to get a secret. What did I call that back here? Get auth secret. Here we go. And then I'll probably, as in a timer of some kind, I'll just have, okay, how do I get the tokens back out? Should I have a button to get the token, or should I have, just have it on a timer? A button would actually be simpler, so what if I just make it another button? Get auth, what are we calling it, the code? So back here I'll have a get auth code instead of secret. Actually, I've been calling it OTP, right? Get OTP. There, get OTP. Okay, so these two will have to go to middleware because they generate game messages to the server, and reflect will come back out from the same middleware actually. Server messages, right? I think we'll just keep it simple and call it OTP. On OTP. And add that up here. Why type when you can copy paste? Reflect OTP. That needs to match what I typed down here. Yes, okay. And then this is OTP. Okay, that's one part of it. Are you down with OTP? That was from the 80s or something, wasn't it? Or was that from the 90s? That's gonna be sort of revealing how old we are, isn't it? OPP. I wasn't into music back then. Hey there, Nui. How are you doing? Long time no see. Actually, I've seen you in Adam's chat. I hope you're doing okay. How old I am? How old some of us are, yeah. Or how much those of us who how much we enjoy stuff from the 90s, even if we're too young to remember. Okay. You know, I can put this middleware anywhere, can't I? I can put it under authentication. These two, get OTP and get auth secret. Yeah, just put them up right here. Get auth secret. So if anyone hasn't seen this before, let me know. I can answer any questions about what I'm doing. It's essentially Redux middleware. These are Redux actions. They're really nothing more than instructions on what to change in the state of your front-end app. And then middleware is what you do, or at least that's what I've come to understand is what you do when you need to have side effects like sending messages or connecting to some service in order to accomplish an action. If it's just changing some variables, that's what reducers are for. So this action just needs to take this OTP value and store it in our overall state. So that's what the reducer does. Whereas these two actions are going to be sending messages to the server. So they're not updating any of our state. They're having the side effect of sending a message to another computer. This needs to be get OTP. Okay. So we'll go down to here and add these two. Const get OTP. And I don't know if this is the right way to do it, but this is what I've gotten used to, is having these, which are basically handlers for the action when it runs through our middleware. And I have a lot of my actions just turn around and go right back to Redux and dispatch a different action. I do that because I want to have separation of concerns. So how we send a message to the game, I want that to be the concern of the game connection middleware. So it's got the handler for send to game, right? And the way what it does is it puts it into a JSON string and sends it to a WebSocket, right? But if I change from WebSockets to something else, then this code would change, but nothing outside would need to change. So that concern is separated from the concern of, like, how do we ask for an auth secret, is this will format the message to send, but not be concerned about how it's actually sent, if that makes sense. So this will be the message that goes to the server, and I've been trying to keep, like, the names consistent, so we'll just do it that way. I think that's all I need. We just need to tell the server, hey, I need this now, I need this now. Actually, come to think of it, this will need to... No, we're not going to send the secret. That's important. We don't send the secret again. The whole point is to get it once and then only say, hey, I want to show the latest code, right? In the real system, this will be turned around. It'll be like send OTP, because you'll have an authenticator on your phone that's giving you the code, and you type it in and then send it, and that'll be the second step of logging in. So yeah, I don't need action, do I? All right, and then it's just get. Okay, so this is all the front-end work I need, unless I forgot to put the button in for get OTP. I think I forgot. Yeah, I had the prop, but I didn't put it in here. There's the props, the button that goes with it, right? Get code. If I put it into a button bar, it'll look a little nicer, I think. Let me see what that looks like now. Local. Login. Chickens is my local password. I don't mind saying that because it's all in my local computer only. And why would it not be able to connect? Oh, because of the self-signed cert. I have to do that the first time and then say, yeah, it's fine, it's safe. You can proceed to localhost. And then that will connect. And I should have some buttons here. Here we go. So show this here. A kitty's meowing at me again. Okay, let me refresh this so I can see the WebSocket, and then I can hit make secret, so it sends get auth secret, and get code sends the same thing, because I did a copy paste, didn't I? Where did I do the copy paste bug? That's correct. Do I have the wrong thing in the button? Where's the button? Yeah, I did the wrong thing on get OTP. This is why I like to do things incrementally, so I can see that things should work. So like the front end should be doing the right thing. Now it will be to get the back end done, and the idea would be, actually I need to have two things, right? I need to show the secret as a QR code if there is one, and then show the code if there is one. All right, so I guess I only want to show the code if we have one, right? So we should do something like this. Code is if OTP, then show this div, right? Else null. This div here. Code. So that would not show that at first until I had a code. Okay, and then let me do the same thing with the QR. And I need to pick a library that does a QR code. It's probably easy. Oh, I need to introduce another state in Redux. Oh, and there's another action I need too, isn't there? That I forgot. Okay, but it's going to be the same kind of thing, right? Let's say it's an auth. Let's give it a name. What did the action imply? Get auth secret. So it'd be like auth secret, right? Secret. If so, then we're doing something. Otherwise, null. So auth hold on. Auth secret's another piece of state that we're pulling from state session. And then I misspelled that. And then session reducer, I need to put it here. So just remember, this is all prototype. Hey there, 127001. Long time no see. All right. Yeah, I'm going to need to have another reducer for reflect auth secret. Reflect auth secret. Which means I need to have another middleware line for a server message, right? So it'll come back as like auth secret. On auth secret. Similar to on OTP, right? Yeah. I could just do that. Okay. Let's look at it again. Oh, I need to put something there. Right, I'm not done. Let's find a library that does QR codes. Someone has a favorite one, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to do a search. Search in this window? I guess might as well. So npm QR code. QR code? I mean, it doesn't need to be that elaborate. I mean, this looks good enough. Node QR code. QR code 2D, a barcode generator. Sure, you can give me cookies. I like cookies. Oh, there's a CLI. Roll my own? Yeah, but then I would require I research how QR codes are made. I'm just looking for something real quick. I can do it myself later. Maybe, okay, what I really want is like a React component that just shows a QR code for a URL. That one's not so, I want a semi-popular one. Oh, that looks a good one. React component to generate QR codes. There we go. Ah, that's exactly what I want. Hey there, Prof Elements. How are you doing? QR code.react. Things are going okay. Prof Elements, your new account, the last time I streamed, was someone had hijacked it. So also Batcraft's account had been hijacked. So what I'm working on today is trying to improve the security of the game. So enabling two-factor authentication, which I'm going to heavily encourage people to do so that it's much more difficult for accounts to get hijacked. So that's what I'm working on today mostly. I did some research and have implemented the core mechanic of generic two-factor authentication, the standards-based one, and I'm putting together a prototype thing basically to make sure that I'm going to be able to validate or generate and show the soft token that you'd install in an authenticator, and then in the back end be able to generate the matching codes to authenticate people. Yeah, you should be able to use Google Authenticator or anything like, there are other apps like Authy that also support the same standard. And that's why I'm going with it, because it's a standards-based thing, popular, supported by a lot of different apps. I could even make my own app if I was so inclined. Not feeling so inclined right now. Right, so the QR code, it's a way of basically showing a URL like this in a way that you can point a camera at it and get it into your phone. So that's the whole point of this. So QR code.react. We'll do it in one of these windows. Install that guy. And then how does it say I use it? I just require it. This is the old style, right? Hopefully I can do an import and I'll get it that way. Yeah, that's true. Nui's right. Not just for URLs, but any kind of text. So actually I've seen it in the past used for like games where like you have like a scavenger hunt game where someone has pasted a QR code somewhere and you have to find it and take a picture of it, and it gives you the clue for where to go for the next one. All right, installed. So I should be able to QR. I'm gonna guess that the way I can do this with import is to just say import it from QR code.react, right? And then I can just use it. And it's just value equals, let's play around and do local host. What am I using for my game's URL? 3000. All right. Let's show that all the time. I can just see that it's working here. Yeah, look at that. I got a QR code. So I'm gonna go point my camera at it. I have a couple apps that just display the raw value, which is helpful. And where did I put them? I have something called was it QR scanner? I can't remember which one of these is the nice one. I'm just gonna try. Ugh. This one. I have a couple of them. Some of them are more obnoxious than others. Okay, this one is not working. We're gonna go to a different app. Code scanner. Oh, probably because my mouse is on top of it. I bet it's messing it up. I don't think it's working. Maybe I didn't do the QR code correctly. Does it work? Doesn't work for me, but my phone might be... Oh, no, I got it. Finally got it. Yeah, localhost 3000. Cool. So I'll just use this. I'm using some random app called Cryptal or something. All right, so... Now, if I get the backend to give us the secret, and then another one to give us the codes when we ask for it, then we'll be in business, right? So that means the front end's done for now, right? If we get a code, we'll show it. What will it show right now if I hack this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is it going to show me? Oh, right down here. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the CSS right now. I only care about functionality. Hey, yeah, I'm back. How are you doing, KHPS official? It's nice to have everybody welcoming me back. Use Authy because it's not Google, and you print Authy password for app. You put it in a safe in case you use the phone. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. With there, it all comes down to where are the secrets kept, and can you get back to them if you lose access to them, right? So I'd rather leave it up to the user what they use, and just try to use something standard that they'll support. All right. Backend work. So we're going to need what exactly? To handle these two messages and send back auth secret and OTP. Yeah. So handle the gets and then respond with the values requested. Okay, so the backend is realm server source. I'm not even going to do unit tests. This is all prototyping. I'll do the unit test later when I do the real feature. Okay. Coordinator. And oh, there's one thing I want to be monitoring off screen here. Let me get that set up. Yeah, okay. I am keeping track of something private off stream. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for something, and I thought it wouldn't be until 5, but it's already going, so... How long have I been streaming? About an hour? This probably this probably won't be a full-length 4-hour stream then. Because, well, I guess I can tell you guys. I wanted to play No Man's Sky today, so... I was waiting for Ski Dog to start playing it, and he's already playing it. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll finish the current task I'm on, but I might call it a short stream. Because we should be able to get this done today, and then that'll be a good first step back into streaming, right? Play some of the game? Play some game? Well, you'll see me in someone else's stream that I'll probably be rating. Play some games you don't care? But I want to get back into the habit of streaming, so I want to at least accomplish something today. All right. Yeah, No Man's Sky had an update today. We're looking forward to playing that. All right. I guess I could put it under auth. Okay, but there's a master table, right? Yeah, right here. Master table of commands. Yeah, we'll just build it into when you're already logged in. So there'll be an auth, or it was get auth code, right? No, right here. Get auth secret and get OTP. Under auth. Okay, so what else is under auth? Changed password. So there'll be a changed password check. Jealous that I don't play games with you? Yeah, but you're busy. I don't play a lot of games other than World of Warcraft. Actually, if you want, like, we were playing Borderlands 2 like months ago. You could have played with us. You gotta let us know that you want to play, Rally Monkey. Immense Sky inventory slot got a slight bump from 252. Oh, 10,000. Whoa, that's over 9,000. Over 9,000. Yeah, Borderlands 3 is coming up soon too. Yeah, so I've been playing with CM Griffing in his stream, and we'll probably get into that. So I think he's welcome to any one of his viewers joining in. I guess if there are too many people, we would rotate around, something like that. Okay, so where do I need to... I need to declare this somewhere. Yeah, right here. Declare. So I'm going to need 2 more of these. Right here would be good. So get auth secret, get OTP. And then there's a check and a make command. I'm not going to worry about the make command. It's all going to be local state because we're just doing prototypes work, right? Also, let me copy this, paste it, and then gut this. So just return nothing for the make command. So we're not going to make any changes to the game. Get auth secret. We'll just keep it locally for now. Get auth secret. And let's see. Do I even care if they're logged in? I don't think so. I think we're just going to return well. No, we can return false means we're not going to make a command, right? So ultimately, all I really need to do is send back something. So I can just send back something hard-coded for now. And then blank all this stuff, and then this just needs to match what we wanted over in here, right? Auth secret. And then this thing picked out the auth secret from here. So HTTP localhost 3000, right? And then let me get the OTP. OTP of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let me just see if that builds. Hey there, Code Visionary. Glad people are creating real-time RPG experiences for the browser. You just launched your Kickstarter the other day, but it's not doing so great. I'll check it out later, sure. You've been here before, right? There are a lot of people that I know who have code in their name. I think there are even some others that have visionary in their name, so I'm not sure. I get people confused, I'm sorry. I'll check it out later, sure. Your bank does not allow any two-factor in terms of software or hardware? I have no idea why they wouldn't. That's not true for all banks. I know some banks that take hardware tokens. The hardware tokens are the most secure, especially the hardware tokens that use encryption on top of the one-time password. Code Visionary, Code Phobia, Code Spent. Yeah, there are a lot of people code in their names. Yeah. You're a little while back. You're on Twitch. Maybe I saw your stream at one point. Yeah, Numsky. I don't know why a bank wouldn't accept two-factor auth. They don't even like send you a verification through SMS because that's like not even as secure, but at least it's something. It's kind of scary that they would only like take a password only and not some other factor. All right, so this is built so that I can restart the server here and try it out. Yeah, SMS is not very secure. There are lots of stories out there about phones being cloned or just man-in-the-middle snooping. They get the code and then they hack your bank account. So phasing it out, yeah. It's not considered very secure anymore. I mean, it's better than nothing. Hardware tokens, I've heard, are pretty much the best as long as the hardware token uses encryption on top of the one-time password. Because the one-time password is mostly relying on a shared secret. The encryption, though, especially if it's a challenge-based encryption with public-private key, it's like an even more secure than just having a shared secret. Like the server wouldn't even need to know the secret key. Just needs to know the public key, and then as long as your hardware token can respond to a challenge by signing it with their secret key, yeah, YubiKey or something else like that. There's another one, Trezor, I think it was called. Those are like the best I've heard. Okay, anyway, this is running again. Right, and I undid the fog of war thing before. Okay, so let's restart this. Oh, I should put this back in. I should take out the hack I put in the panel. This should do this, and it should take the value from auth secret. And this is the way to do it, right? Okay, so we have to say make secret. Oh, we have a crash. What is the crash? Not a function. Reflect auth secret. Did I not save all my files? Oh, I missed that one. Okay, that would explain it. You have to actually define it or it won't work. Oh, and by the way, hello Postal Rat and Nomsky. I don't know if I said hi. And Code Visionary. I'm getting to this habit of waving at everybody who chats. Random question for me. On standard keyboards, what's the purpose of the scroll lock key? I think it had something to do about I can't remember. I thought it had something to do with stopping some of the keys, like the arrow keys, from having a certain function in user interfaces, like scrolling through user interfaces. But I'd say that's 95% a guess. I don't really know. I know what numlock is for. It's so that you type numbers and not arrows. Yeah, sorry, I don't know the right answer. It's okay if this leaks because this is all my test environment. I need to keep reminding myself that. Only show this in the test environment. Seems very niche then. I think these days the scroll lock is what do they call it? Vestigial. It's something that used to have a function and doesn't really anymore. The arrow keys on the numpad, yeah. That's for the numlock. So that it only shows numbers and doesn't use it for arrows. Okay. Okay, we got the secret. And this should be the same secret. This should be the localhost secret, right? Yep. And code 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So then we're gonna put in the real deal. Okay, let me hard code a secret for now and just make sure that I get the one-time passwords out. So in here, getting OTP, we will need to turn it into a string, right? So string, what was it? System abstractions sprintf. %06D. Is that right? And then we're going to be using the hash. Let me make sure that this is pulled in properly as a dependency. Hash, yes, okay. So we should be able to include it. It is TOTP. Vestigial, yeah, like the tailbone. We don't need a tail. We don't have tails anymore, but we still have some of the bones from back when our species used to have a tail, right? TOTP. Okay, here's where I gotta decide. Well, let's put OTP here, and we'll compute it here. const.otp equals, oops, hash TOTP of something, right? Now that returns an int. That's good. And what are the parameters I need? Hash function. Let's do SHA-1. So to be compatible with Google Authenticator. And then hash SHA-1 block size. And then the secret. So, and this has to be a base. It could be anything I want. So how about hello world? And then the time, we're going to get that from the timekeeper. That's impl time. I'm not sure about this. Timekeeper. Get current time. And then we just need it to the nearest second. So that would be just truncate it to a uint64t. And the base, 0. The step, 30. Digit, 6. Cool. So we should get a value that changes every 30 seconds. Build that. And start it up again. So after we test that, I guess the next thing would be to, I guess, get a hard-coded a secret that we turn into base 32 and put it into the correct format for the URL, and then respond to give that out here, right? And then we would check that the authenticator matches. And then I'll be done for the day. Be a successful test and then integrate this the next time. Did that reconnect already? Oh, it persists. It's persistent, right? Cool. So I hit get code and it gave me that code. 534482. So it should continue to give me that code until like 30 seconds have passed, and then it'll give me a new one. There we go. We got a new one. 934146. There we go. So then the last step, yeah, is to make a secret. I'm going to hard code the secret since I don't have the base 32 code done yet. Okay, which window am I going to use? This one? I just want a really quick base 32 encoder. Sure. This is too complicated. I want a simple one. There we go. Here's a simple one. Okay, so what do we want? Hello world? Sure, we'll stick with hello world. Do you do my work on stream? I try to do as much as I can on stream because I'm inspired by folks like Adam13531, who as much as he can, he does his work on stream because it keeps me motivated. I can give back to the community by showing you what I've learned, and then when you tell me that I do things incorrectly, you help me back by pointing me to my mistakes. But yeah, I do work off stream for like sensitive stuff, or if I'm not sure what I'm really not sure what I should be doing. I do a lot of searching online. I think I'm not as comfortable doing that on stream, so I'll do that off stream. And I've been trying to give back by putting that stuff under research. So when my initial like searches online for two-factor auth, for the universal second factor, which is the YubiKey and the Trezor and OpenID and stuff like that. So I didn't stream that, but I did write all my notes somewhere where you guys can get to it if you wanted to see it. Will I stream it if the game blows up in popularity? Oh yeah, definitely. I'll still stream it. There'll probably just be more people watching. Yeah. So my understanding is I need to put that without the 3 equals because the standard I was reading said to drop the padding characters. So if I got this right, I can just go back into here and just format this where that's the secret. And then I'm going to look up in my own notes here the pseudo standard. This one. I want that link. Hold on. Hold on. I want to get that link. There's the link. And put it there. And with more people watching, you really need your moderators then. Be ready. Oh, well, thank you, Rally Monkey. But not to worry. When we get there, we'll get there. So yeah, it's OTP auth, and then we're using time-based, so it's TOTP, and then there's a prefix, which can be whatever we want. So let's use a prefix of Omnia Regna, colon, and then there's an identity. Does it matter? How about Bob? Bob at example.com, right? And then secret equals, and then they have an issuer that should match, right? Issuer equals Omnia Regna. Okay. So if that is the secret that we use, same secret here, I should be able to get that to into my authenticator and get the codes that match. And you should be able to as well. So let's build that and get the QR code for that into my authenticator. The MMO community is tired of big corporation making decisions only for money. Well, you know, Nomsky, in the end, I need to make money too, but my goal is to try to make money only when it gets successful, and only to keep make a living for me, you know. We'll see. It's very low chance of success. This is mostly just like a work of love that I've been trying to do forever. Yeah. And I want the community to be heavy influencers on the direction of the game, which is why I'm streaming it, you know. I get a lot of help and direction from my viewers, and they help guide what actually the game will have. That can be good and bad. The bad kind of came out like in the last stream, which it's unfortunate, but then the bright side of that is it's good to have challenges now and not later. You can do it, server. You can start up. I have a long delay in there because it's not an optimized build. Okay. So make the secret. Now let me use my just normal QR code scanner to see if I can read that. Can I read it? Are you gonna read for me? This is the trickier one. It's having trouble. If anyone can scan that and make sure that it did the right thing. I guess, like, what am I doing? I should just put it straight into my Authy. Authy. What am I doing? I'm adding a new account. Scan QR code. Here I am scanning the code. You got 500 gold already? My phone is having trouble with this QR code. Maybe I need to make it bigger. And maybe hide this for a second. Really big QR code. Yeah, I'm having trouble scanning that. Let me go to 100%. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that and take that graphic and open it up somewhere else. Maybe add a white border. Yeah, for now we'll just... What am I doing here? Yeah, shift. It's blurry. What was the trick to make it not blurry? That's this thing, right? Nearest neighbor? And then pixelated. No. Let's just try that. That gonna work? I am having trouble scanning this QR code. Is it because of this border here? So what do we say? Hey there, Romania. Maybe add a white border to it. Let me look at what these guys say. So maybe I need to adjust this size here. So let's go back to that. Or was that settings panel? Right, and then do like size. Let's make it like 400. And then let's put a class on it. QR code. And then let me include some CSS here. Settings panel CSS. So I need a new file. And in there, is it dot? Is that right? Margin, I don't know, 20 pixels. I'm gonna give it some margin. Okay, that's better maybe. Okay, so that's not working. Let me try the white border. So, border. How does this work again? It's like solid 5 pixels white or something like that. Did I not do that right? Border in CSS. Oh, it's pixels okay, so it's 5 pixels solid white. Oh, it's there. Okay. Oh, there, that worked. Cool, I got it. Done. bob@example.com. And now I got a code. Let me see if my code matches. Hey, it matched. Hey there, you got sponged. I just got successful two-factor authentication test. So everybody should be able to do the same thing. If I hit get code now, okay, it hasn't rotated yet. But when it does, I guess after 30 seconds or so, it should get a new code. Yep. And my authenticator also showing the correct code. Neat. What do I use for displaying the QR image? I just did a quick search and found this QR code.react. Because I use React, and so this was super simple to integrate. It's just an element. And I included it here. So the only thing I needed to modify was I made it bigger with size, and I added this border. I don't know if I need the margin, but yeah. It looked like this, having a solid white border was important, because my scanning wasn't working at all until I added that, and then it worked right away. So, and that QR code is essentially just showing us this is the URI. You can't see all of that unless I maybe do this and scroll a little bit. What if I do that temporarily? Now you can see the whole thing. So it's a base 32 encoded secret, and that's the really, right? It's just hello world. It's just this hello world. Base 32 encoded, and with some issuers both in 2 places, and then you have this is going to be like the user's ID or username or whatever, and it identifies it as a time-based one-time password. And then we use the time-based one-time password with the same secret, but base 32 decoded. And these are the standard parameters where there's no time base, 30-second interval, and 6 digits. Some of these, if you want it to work with Google Authenticator, they have to be these defaults. I think some authenticators let you use more advanced hashing functions, different intervals and stuff like that. But right now, I just wanted to get it to work at all. What I'm gonna do, you got sponged, is make it so that you can opt in to two-factor auth, and if you do, you'll have hopefully the comfort of knowing your account is safer, but probably it'll give you some in-game compensation for turning it on, like maybe I don't know, an in-game reward of some kind. Haven't figured that out yet. Yeah, well, I hope that's the intent, is that we're using standard secure one-time password stuff, but there are caveats. Like I said earlier, if you want to do this yourself, look at this link from my notes to see how it can be hacked. If someone manages to take a picture of your authenticator at the moment that you get generated code, and if they do that enough times, they can basically uncover by brute force attack your the shared secret, which is for Google Authenticator, I think it's only like 80 bits wide, which is unfortunate because the standard says a minimum of 128. And so yeah, the key space is kind of small, so there are caveats to keeping it safe. Oh yeah, I should give points to whoever recommended the white border. Was that you, Nui? I think it was Nui who said add the white border. I'll give you a point. 89 points, nice. Okay, cool. I'm happy with this today. Let me see. If I hit get code now, will I get the correct code? No. Oh, it just took a moment. Right, I remember the standard talking about that you want to get not only the current code, but the previous and next code, because this relies on the timestamp in your phone being pretty close to the timestamp on the server, and if they're off by a little bit, it could be that you're showing the one code old or one code too new. I'm just happy this works at all. And again, I'm not using anything secret. The secret is just this test phrase, hello world. In the real implementation, what we would do is we use a cryptographic random number generator to make a random sequence of bits and go all the way up to the maximum. So for Google Authenticator, I believe it's 80 bits. Yeah. The only secrets are test secrets. All right, I'm gonna I think wrap it up today, and either I'm gonna continue working on this in the next stream, or I'll be doing something else. I haven't figured out yet. I'm just still getting back into streaming after a little bit over a week absence. So I think we're gonna pass it on to the guy I'm gonna be playing with for No Man's Sky in a bit. So if you don't like No Man's Sky and you'd rather watch dev streamers, there are several out there that I'd recommend. Tim Bodey is streaming right now. If you want to see that, actually, he looks like he's gaming. He's not working. There's Schmelliork, there's Jolt Jab, there's Spherus. But I'm gonna raid Ski Dog because I want to play No Man's Sky with him. Yeah. And let me get the link for you. Let me click it first. So we're gonna raid Ski Dog. He's checking out the newest patch in VR mode. It looks cool. So I hope to be back tomorrow at my normal time, which is in the stream panels below. For me, it's like 10 a.m. That's the plan. Try to get back into the swing of things. So, okay, I hit the button. We're going to go raid Ski Dog. He's a great guy. He's a gamer. He's also a web dev. He makes websites. So, but this is mostly gaming. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry. And I don't know what to say. Glad to be back. I'm still fumbling over my words because it's my first day back, but hope to get back into the swing of things soon. So I will see you guys tomorrow, I hope. Take care. Bye.